Radio Free Tatooine presents Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast.
Boshuda, fellow Holotable hustlers, you're tuned into Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast that's better than some and worse than others. I'm Sean, a.k.a. the other Sean, and sitting across the Holotable from me is John, a.k.a. the uncanny Mr. H.
Hi.
This is going to be one of the best shows, because John is very tired.
I'm extremely tired.
It's going to be great. Now, this week, it's one of those weeks, kind of in between news bits, right?
Game news.
Yeah.
Plenty of other news to go in.
Plenty of other news. But so last week we talked, we kind of learned about IG-11 and Kuiil. We get them next week. Well, I mean, I guess this weekend, right?
Yeah. I mean, today.
Like today. Yeah. Okay. So
We get Kuiil. We don't get IG-11 next week.
So we'll have more to talk about next week. Obviously, for the next few weeks, I guess, as it goes. But in the meantime, there's this week. And there's no one big lightning story here. So what we're doing, we guested on Holotable News Network
last night as we record it. So on their latest episode, we're on there yapping our traps for an hour or so. With Sir Georges and Celiac Sarah. And we talk about IG-11 and Kuiil pretty in-depth for us. And we talk about that and kind of what we expect from them and where we might end up seeing them, how they're going to be used, that kind of stuff, as well as actual kit reads. So if you want a little more info on them, because we didn't really do that on this show that much, I would definitely check out that new episode. I'll throw a link in the show notes to it also, but just go on YouTube and look for Sir Georges. He just posts them on his account there. So that's fun. We're also going to talk a little bit about 3v3, since we're in the midst of a 3v3 Grand Arena Championship. I had a really fun round for the first round, so I'm going to talk about what worked and what didn't, because... And it's even more impressive because you're one of the people who's pretty down on 3v3 overall, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm usually really bad at it, so that's why I'm excited and want to talk tonight. I didn't get trounced, so we'll talk about that a little bit, and, they asked me. John had to roll out minutes, seconds, really, before we got to who we were grinding. So we didn't get to answer that on HNN, but we'll be doing it here. The mystery shall be solved. Yeah. So before we get into any of that, let's take a look at upcoming in-game events courtesy of swgohevents.com. For a list of past, present, and future events in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, there's no better resource on the web than swgohevents.com. So today, big day, Navarro Galactic Challenge. This is where those Kuiil shards start rolling in.
That's probably a bit of a lower statement, rolling in.
Well, I think, what is it? We'll probably get 15 today and 15 next week, something like that.
30 and 30, I believe. We're supposed to get 60
Oh,
total.
it is 30 and 30. Well, hot dog. Okay. So that's something. We also have a credit heist today. That's a pretty popular one. General's Command comes tomorrow. That's the finalizer, right? Yeah. That's definitely one of my least favorite events because
I need it. At this rate, early spring, I'll have a 7-star finalizer.
There you go.
Actually, that's not even true. 20 shards a month? Yeah, no, probably around there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a bad event. It's just that my first order is just weak enough that it's like a serious pain every time it comes around.
Yeah.
On the 8th, we will have training droid smuggling and a new territory war starting up. On the 9th, we've got Grand Arena Season 12, Week 2, as well as a Jakku Omega battle.
Ooh.
Secrets and Shadows comes on the 11th. The 12th brings us Executrix, as well as a new territory battle. Rebel Assault or Pain.
I choose Pain.
Republic Offensive. And then, of course, on the 13th, we'll have Navarro coming back again. Get those Kuiil shards.
Is it? You know, we were there when we talked to them before they announced it.
Uh-huh.
We talked about it on like 3 different podcasts at this point. Is it 2 Kuiil in a row and then IG-11, or is it alternate?
It's Kuiil twice, then IG-11 twice.
Kuiil, nanny. Got it.
Hey. Yeah, I like that.
Kuiil, nanny.
Kuiil, nanny. I love it. Okay. So let's talk about the news this week. Crickets. No, there was one thing.
One little thing.
With regards to Kuiil and IG-11, looks like they said there would be some kind of accelerated timetable. Like, this is nice. If we get 60 shards out of their regular events, that's awesome. But then also, they're going to, as soon as they go to Chromium packs, they're also going to be available as additive drops on Cantina nodes. So that's going to be incredibly helpful, almost like a Galactic Chase sort of thing. And it's based on energy spent, so it doesn't matter what you want to grind in Cantina.
Signal data.
Yeah. That's perfect, because like pulling my attention away from signal data would just, it'd break my heart. I'd say, I'm sorry, Kuiil and IG-11.
So,
but it was not to be.
Whatever it is they're accelerating these guys for, it's got to be coming pretty quick for them to accelerate it like that instead of just putting them on a node quicker.
Agreed.
Somebody did the math on like how long it would take you to grind on a hard node. And they're like, nope, not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, in the past, you look at Galactic Legends when they dropped the Piet. Like, concurrent with the Galactic Legend, you know?
But even then, it was just on a hard node, right? You didn't get anything extra aside from that.
Yeah.
So they're ready to move it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm planning on grinding both these guys pretty hard.
Yeah.
But only because I want these characters for their kits. I mean, I can't think of anything that's going to be coming next that I'm going to need.
Mm-hmm.
And my Grief and Mando are they're not touched. I mean, they're unlocked. That's it. They're like level 1.
Mm.
So whatever's coming, I ain't going to have time to do it.
I am on the fence here. Mando I was working on for a while, as well as Cara Dune. But both of those I kind of abandoned.
But I mean, you're on the way though, right? Like you could pick it up.
Yeah, I could. And Grief, as I'm working on Jedi Master Luke's requirements, Grief's on the same node as the Rebel Y-Wing. So,
you're good on Grief.
Like he's moving right along.
Same reason I have Resistance Fighter Poe, even though I have absolutely no use for him.
Because he's on the same as
Petit Admiral.
Oh, is he? Huh.
Yeah. So when I'll be grinding, I'll be like, oh, here's 3 shards. Oh no, wrong character. And then I fall to my knees and curse the skies.
Banana Republic Poe. Oof. Yeah. So, anyways, that's something to look forward to. No word on exactly when that will be. I mean, we've got. We do also know what factions are going to be used in these galactic challenges. So the Kuiil one is droids versus Empire. So bust out your droids.
My babies against each other.
Right. And then
the IG-11 one is Bounty Hunters versus Scoundrels.
I need to get some better Bounty Hunters.
So, I mean, like, the shards are on the easy ones. Yeah, so...
I still want that slicing data, though, man.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So yeah, that's some good news for sure.
Yeah.
As for what is going on in the game right now, we are on a 3v3 Grand Arena Championship. First round just wrapped today, and I am pleased to report I did a full clear. I don't usually do a full clear, but I did this time.
I didn't, but only because I didn't bother. I was against an auto defense, so I assumed they weren't going to attack me much. So I cleared a couple of squads out and called them, packed it in.
That's a win. Yeah. The auto defense is an interesting matchup, just in that, like, no one has fun with that.
The people not playing are the ones having the most fun.
Right, yeah.
I set my auto defense in. I'm not banging my head against the wall.
Yeah.
That's the only way to win.
It's just, when I log in and I see those teams that are like Rey, Malik, and Jedi Knight Revan, and I'm like, I don't want to fight this. Like, I'm going to beat this guy, but I don't want to fight this.
No one's loving it.
I hate that so much. And the guy who it happens to, he's not going to win because you got nothing left for offense, right? So
I set some pretty turd defense, like, on my lower half. I mean, nothing like terrible, but enough that you never know. Somebody might have enough in the tank for it. Maybe.
Well, it's hard with 3v3. It happens so infrequently that, like, I forget how much I should really hold back for offense.
Yeah.
And this is the first time in a long time, or maybe ever, that I've actually made two separate tabs in game for your squads that you can save for 3v3 offense and 3v3 defense, which is kind of surprising to me because normally I like to categorize and put everything in its right place and all that. But I think that was helpful. And the way I looked at it was, you know that you need 11 defensive teams. So based on that, how many of those, you look at like what your top, I don't know, like 6 teams are, and try to kind of like pluck which ones just have to be on defense and which ones make more sense on offense. And then from there, save like 3 really good teams for offense.
Yeah.
Fill out your defense and see where you're at. See if you're happy with that. That's kind of what I did. I figured my Padme team can wreck most. I ran her in Arena for a long time, so she can wreck most things. Bounty Hunters in a pinch could take care of some business. Plus, there's that feat for Mandalorians this time around.
Sure.
And my Jedi Knight Revan is always that can solve most non-Galactic Legend problems. So I saved those. Ended up setting a bunch of weird teams on defense that I hadn't used before, and I squeaked out a win. And it was one of those, like, my opponent didn't have a Galactic Legend, so I set my Galactic Legend like a jerk, and my opponent just avoided that sector, did not attempt it a single time.
Mm-hmm.
So they went with the south sector instead. I put Rey up in front of ships.
They had it right to third base. They were just going for it.
So they went in, and the south sector has 3.
It's 3 in front, 4 in back.
Battles, yeah. All 3 of my teams in that sector got a defensive hold.
Nice.
And I kind of felt bad at that point. I was like, oof, wow. That's...
You avoided the Galactic Legend and still gave up 3
Yeah, right? Ugh.
And they set some decent defenses, but nothing insane. I mean,
yeah.
So
it's been so long since we did 3v3. I honestly didn't remember what I did last time, and I don't organize my stuff in tabs because it takes a lot of time.
Saves a lot of time down the road, though.
Sure, eventually. What I did one really weird one. I did Lando lead.
Oh yeah,
with Nest behind him, just
okay.
So she'd get his leader ability,
the
extra speed and crit damage, and then I just threw somebody in the third spot to get the extra points.
Oh yeah,
so they get fewer points if you don't set a full team. Do you?
Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, for defense or attack?
Defense, yeah.
For defense? I don't think so. No.
Well, Aura Singh is sitting there at level 1, just kind of enjoying the party. So she'll die when somebody gets around to attacking her.
I mean, maybe you'll help them with a feat, and that's very nice. That's great.
I'm a giver, Sean.
Here, take Aura Singh.
I mean, you can have her.
I remember when she came out, everyone wanted her to be good.
I mean,
like you read the kit and you're like, I could see maybe. No.
I have been spending some time in a bounty hunter Discord.
Oh yeah.
Not because, well, I spent the week of our delay on the SWGOH events Discord server just kind of messing around with people. And then I ended up in the bounty hunter one for a bit and did that. The point is, apparently there are some circumstances in which Aura Singh can do a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
But they require some setup.
Yep.
Which one does not generally have in this game.
And, okay, so I agree. You can make her do some things, but you only get 5 slots. And in this mode, only 3, right? So, like, you got Bosk. He's going to be on the team. You got Boba and Django. It's hard to argue that they shouldn't be on the team.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to shoehorn Aura in here? Like,
I found a place for her.
Dengar does some work. Yeah, I guess you did.
I want to see the stats of how many people put Aura Singh on defense.
1. Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up getting a defensive hold with a team that I actually saw. It's just Ian post about in his latest video. It was OG Poe with the veteran smugglers. It's got a hold.
I mean, I can see it.
It's a weird enough team that they look at and think, I could take this. They go in there and they realize
tags, right? I mean, it's not so bad.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. Who else got me holds? I had Shock T, Rex, and Fives get me holds. I mean,
my problem with that is I want to make 2 teams out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always end up doing Rex, Echo, and Fives, which is a good team.
Yeah.
And then I do Shock T, Clone Sergeant, and Arc Trooper, which again isn't terrible, but I feel like I make 2 mediocre teams instead of 1 good team.
Yeah. I pulled Echo to run with General Skywalker and Ahsoka, and that worked really well.
Okay,
I used that on attack. Then Poggle B1 and B2. That got a hold.
Yeah.
I was very happy about it.
I mean, wait, Poggle B1 and B2?
Yeah. Yep. It's just nasty enough.
It had to be just timed out. Like,
I don't know. I mean, B1 can do some pretty big work in 3v3.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Then I think it was like 3 fights. I should have marked it down because we're in the next round now, so I can't really see. But I think there were 3 fights, and he ultimately, I don't think ever cleared. No, he did eventually after the third.
You go back and review, right?
In game or on GG?
Yeah, there's a left button, dude.
Are you kidding me? Am I that dumb?
I think you might be.
I might be. Okay, so I enter.
Uh-huh.
No way!
Sean.
I did not know that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, he did ultimately.
I'd say it's a real game changer.
Hey. But it took 3 battles to get through Karth, Mission, and Big Z. And
really?
After, yeah.
I mean, the problem is it's underestimation, I'm sure, for a lot of these teams, right?
Yeah.
A 3v3, more so even than regular GAC, is really being able to apply the right amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, no. Poggle B1 and B2 did not get a hold.
That's more like it. I would. Yeah. See, now you can quit telling us lies.
What was the other one that? Oh, the other one that did is not a surprise. Darth Revan, Bastila, and Malik.
Are you sure? Only one hold?
Yeah, only one hold. So gave him something to chew on right off the bat there.
You give that dog a bone, let him chew on it for a bit.
There was only one match. No, there were 2 teams of his that caused me problems. His first order was Crew Hux and OG Kylo.
Not bad.
And the only relic was Crew, but I took the wrong team in and had a little problem there.
For 3v3, one of my favorite attack teams to use is OG Kylo, Crew, OG Kylo, and First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. Only because you just stun everything.
Oh yeah,
just all stuns all the time. And 3v3, I can spare those characters from my other First Order teams.
Mm-hmm.
I can make 3 separate teams, and I do for the fun of it.
I went back in with bounty hunters, and being able to heal block Crew is huge. And
sure, I guess, yeah, if their Hux doesn't cleanse it from them.
Yeah. Oh, in the first match, I killed Hux, and that was all I could kill.
Oh.
So on the cleanup, it's just the 2 Kylos. Yeah, bounty hunters took care of that.
Oh, man, I want to put an all Kylo team together. It's all 3 Kylos.
Yes.
Oops, all Kylos. I'm going to do that. Next time, I'm going to try to remember to do this. I want to set my entire front line with 7 teams with 3 of the same character.
Yeah.
3 Han, 3 Wookiees, or 3 Chewies, 3 Kylos.
Yes.
3 Lukes. Who else is there at least 3 of?
Rey.
3 Reys. I only have 2 of them, though.
Yeah.
There's got to be enough to do.
No, there's only 2 Anakins. Vader.
Put Vader in there with
me. Why not? That's fun. I support that.
I want to do that. I want to set my whole front line.
IG-11, IG-100, or IG-11, 86, and 88.
Yep, yeah, that'd be good. Oh, that sounds fun. All astromechs.
Yes.
We've got at least 3, right? BB-8, Chopper, R2,
yeah,
T3. We got astromechs for days.
We can do the astromechs.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose so. So yeah, those were some decent performances for my newly revamped 3v3 defenses. Pretty happy with that overall.
Yeah.
We'll see this next round. My opponent has a Galactic Legend. He's got a Kylo, and I don't know. I'll probably just set the exact same things.
See, the thing is, when you have a Galactic Legend or any real powerful team, you're hamstringing yourself so much by saving it for offense.
Mm-hmm.
Because at best, you're taking out one team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
Whereas
optimal, right?
on defense, you can just wreck somebody over and over and over.
And at worst, you're eating up one team.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yes, it's not always the nicest, but efficiency-wise, defense is the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did the jerk Rey team of Rey, Chewie, and Han. Just 3v3.
I know stuff, but why? Just because they just deal too much damage?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, Han shooting first in 3v3 is big, right?
Silly. Especially because of the stun.
There's a stun, big damage. Chewie is guarding Rey,
which is not fun.
Which is just dumb. And, you know, as soon as Rey takes a turn and she's got 500 something speed, you've got lifeblood up. No one's getting hurt.
No.
There's no vulnerability, you know?
Very, very, very little.
Just big damage and so hard to hurt them.
All I can think, because I haven't had to fight them in 3v3.
I've seen them, but I've never even attempted it. I don't want to.
All I can think is if you have something like a Jedi Revan who can bypass... No, because there's not even any taunting.
Yeah.
You just got to have something that can take out Chewie fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to bring in another team because you're not going to live long enough after that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a plan. Take out Chewie, take out Han, and then hope.
Get that Wookiee.
I mean, that's all I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have the exact same team bring against them and just see who's better.
Yeah. My Rey has one more speed, maybe? I don't know.
See, I thought that giving my Kylo a bunch of speed in Arena would do that. And I have dropped so hard since I put more speed on him.
Mm.
I don't know what I did.
I've got the last couple days, I don't even know who it is, but someone in our arena, I haven't really moved. And I attack this person twice a day and lose. I should probably just go for a different opponent and try to work around this person. But
yeah, I've done that.
But I forget, and I just go with the far right one.
Who is it? Put him on blast.
Who is it? I think it's something weird, like DNND something.
Oh, yeah, that guy. DNNDN or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, no. Whoever it is moved.
Well,
now it's Nitzo.
Sometimes you move the rock, sometimes the rock moves you, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Did he go up or down? Looks like he went down. Oh, no, he went slightly up, I think. DNNDN.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah. It's got a solid team. It's the same team as me, just better relics. I guess that matters.
I've heard.
So, speaking of relics.
Uh-huh.
Who you grinding?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I got Scion to Gear 12.
Ooh, nice.
For reasons.
Tough guy.
Yeah, I'm still hoping that something's going to come out of it for Sith Eternal Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Sith Empire Trooper up to Gear 12 last week, so I'm just trying to stock up on some tanks. Trying to make my tank full of tanks. I haven't touched the other bit of the triumvirate yet. As far as the inexorable march towards Sith Eternal Emperor, I moved Jedi Anakin up from Relic 5 to Relic 6, which is, as we all know, just a pain.
It really is.
Just a pain. Admiral Piet, I had it 23 out of 85 last week. I am now at 9 out of 100.
Oof.
I had
nice.
a good week.
Yeah.
And then it's just gear grinding 12 through 13 and then up to a Relic 5. So I still got plenty of work to do for that. But.
Sure.
Thrawn, I put up to Relic 4 from Relic 2. He needs to be Relic 6, so that's creeping up there. Sidious and Marauder are still Gear 13. I haven't put any relics on them because I got to go to 7, and that's just depressing me.
Ugh, yeah.
Then TIE Bomber, I got him to 6 stars, which is what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Currently at 0 out of 100, just sitting there. I'm probably going to start throwing some extra energy when I have it, because I do want that ship at 7 stars.
Right. That's how I feel about the Y-Wing.
Yeah.
I want to keep going.
But, I figure on the offhand chance I do a ship battle not on auto at some point before the end of the year, I'll want to have that.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't know what the odds are of that happening. But
I've only got, less than 2 months now, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. But still, it's 2020. Who knows? Maybe I will do a ship battle.
That's true.
No one knows. But that's about it, really. I feel like I'm kind of in a bit of the last stretch here.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it. It's just those relics. I'm looking at Sidious and Marauder and just...
I may not do a ship battle by the end of the year, but I do feel like I'm going to have Sheev by the end of the year.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm hoping by the time we record next week to have Anakin to Relic 7. Piet probably won't be done, but I can dream.
Could. I mean, if you have another week like last week, he'll be very close.
Yeah, no doubt, right? What was it? 62 plus 9. I had 71 shards in a week, which I do, the 25 and the 50 refresh. So I do 2 refreshes.
Mm-hmm.
So out of 15 attempts a day, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But that's where I'm at, and I'm trying to consider life after Galactic Legends right now.
Mm.
And I think it's going to include those 2 goofballs we're getting soon with Kuiil and IG-11.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to be on the docket once they're available to grind, just because so much synergy with stuff I actually use.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I could definitely see you getting some use out of both of those.
Yeah, and Chupio, I got to do it one of these days. I need that backpack.
Yeah,
he's
so good.
He's a scoundrel, right?
Yes. No, he's not a
droid?
Scoundrel. He's a rebel and a droid.
That's regrettable.
Yeah.
Is he even a rebel?
Yeah, because you could use him in military might.
Brutal.
So
that's where I'm at. What about you? Who you grinding up on?
I am working on those Luke requirements. Yeah. Made some good progress this week. I got Jedi Knight Luke up to Relic 6. He needs just one more, and it just sucks, man.
It sucks so bad.
Rebel Y-Wing, I'm at 22 out of 85. And as a result, I'm at 25 out of 85 for Grief, because they're on the same node.
Oh, sure.
So that's cool. Most recent Zeta is still Old Ben, but I'm about to put another one together, and I may just give it to Old Ben's other one.
Just slap them all on that old pool. I should mention that I did get my gas to 7 stars, and I did buy all 4 Zetas for him.
Nice. So it's serious now.
Yeah, I had 140 Zeta mats laying around, so I mean, serious-ish.
At this point,
he's wearing my leather jacket, but I wouldn't say we're
wouldn't say we're going steady or anything.
We're not intended yet.
Let's see. So out of those requirements, I got Old Ben up to Relic 1 also. Mon Mothma's at 16 out of 85. Backpack's at 37 out of 85. I need to kick those up a little bit. I'm not doing refreshes on them. I just do my 5 a day and worry about gear for other people.
Sure.
But I'm kind of closing that gap with gear. I don't need a whole lot, so I'm probably going to start refreshing those. Jedi Knight Luke, I said he's at 6. Leia, I've been putting gear on her. She only needs 2 pieces, and then Biggs and Wedge both need 1 piece, and that's it. So
both closing in, Sean.
Yeah, really. And I mean, this has been a little interesting too, because the characters that I'm using for this stuff, like I mentioned, using Lando in Grand Arena, I like it. Relic 5 Lando, I'm not mad that I have that.
No, and like there's not a lot of characters I'm not going to have a use for that I'm working on. Like I use Royal Guard because I'm a dum-dum, right? Like I use all these characters except for Sith Marauder and Sidious. Really the only two that are a bit egregious. But that's Relic 7 for both of them.
Yeah. 7 on Marauder, I will, to my grave, I will never understand that decision.
I believe the official position when we asked somebody in the know about it, they kind of shrugged at us.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was what the official response was.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Yeah.
How bad do you want him?
Yeah. I mean, the Marauder's a good character. Not great. A solid B minus.
The ship is...
Which one? That's the bomber, right? The Sith Bomber?
Yeah. I mean, it's all right.
I don't have it anyway, so I think I have it unlocked, maybe.
It's one of those ships that you look at it and think, it's a good ship, but there's no fleet for it. You know?
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, too, is like there's no place for good ships and fleets.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a place for great ships.
Rey's Falcon. It's a great ship. When you read the kit, you're like, yeah, that's good. What do you do with it? I don't know.
It's cool.
Yeah. It shoots good.
You can even do that for the 3 of the same. You could put 3 of the Falcons on your defense.
Yes. I love it. And 3 ties for your second fleet.
I was going to say 3 X-Wings, but
we got plans. We got plans. All right, well, that's all we got for you this week. It may not be the best advice, but at least we didn't recommend the Sith Marauders ship, which we think is a TIE bomber. Or a Sith bomber. We don't even know.
We put feelers out. We'll report back when we find out.
Galactic War Report is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. Learn how to become one and get access to our Discord server at patreon.com/Galactic War Report. As always, big thanks go out to our Sandcrawler level supporters, CT1980, Devin Doctorman, John T. Klusenik Jr., and SWGOH.GG. If you like what you hear, please consider showing your support with a rating and or review through your podcast medium of choice. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Force and RNG be with you.